the last year, I have been practicing the breath retention where you roll your eyes up in between your eyebrow points. In yoga, we believe that this is the point that helps enhance higher states of consciousness and helps to tap into our intuition. And it works. Don't just trust me, try this out yourself. Okay, every morning you must do this, 3 to 5 minutes. Now, when I first started, I didn't have the strength in my eyes to be able to roll my eyes up for very long. So I started with 1 minute, and then over time I increased. There isn't really a name for this because the more that I practiced, I started to adapt and just listen and feel and change this breath in a really profound way. So how I started for that first minute was I would take a full deep breath and I would hold that breath. And what we know already, science tells us, is that when you hold that breath in and then you let it out with a sigh really slow, that engages your pineal gland. And that pineal gland is really what helps balance your mood and help with clear thinking. So I would take that full deep breath and then I would hold that breath inside. And that's when I would close my eyes and I would roll the gaze up right in between the eyebrow points and I would count to 4. And then at the end of the 4, I would relax my eye sockets and I would open my mouth and I would breathe that breath out really slow. Okay, 1 minute, work your way up to 1 minute starting there. Once you've achieved that 1 minute, then move your way into up to 3 minutes. Okay. Then I started doing something because I could just energetically feel that I had a block here in the left side of my brain, which incidentally is the feminine side of our energetics. So after I felt a lot of positive feedback in my life from just doing this breath hold, I started to add where those 4 seconds I would look right, kind of up to the right temple, and then left. And I would do that also for 4 seconds. So I would be looking to the right and to the left, to the right and to the left. And then a long, slow exhale. Okay? Now, as you start to grow in strength and resiliency, you could then start to increase that to 6 seconds hold. Looking to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Okay? Then I started to create this breath that was profound. Maybe it's already out there. It probably is, right? Because I just felt it. So I would breathe in and I would roll the gaze up and there would be a pause, a retention, a hold. And then I would roll the gaze to the right here at this right temple. There would be a slow pause, just a pause. And then like I was following a dial of a clock, I would exhale without any beginning, middle, or end, really slowly. And my eyes would then follow that dial. They would look down, they'd keep looking around really slow as I breathed out really slow until I found myself looking up again. And I would do that 10 times to the right and then 10 times to the left. So I'd roll my gaze up, pause and hold. I would look to the left, pause and hold, and then really slowly I let that breath out, just rolling my gaze down, over to the right, and back up again. I promise that this breath, 3 to 5 minutes every day before your meditation, will absolutely tap into your unconscious mind.